When I think of grace, I think of unmerited favor. The testimony is given in Genesis 6 and 7 of a man by the name of Noah. At the time that he lived on earth, there was a lot happening. And as the Bible puts it, the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And because of that, God said that he would clean out the earth by way of a flood. And as you continue to read the accounts, the Bible tells us in Genesis 6 verse 8, but Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah found unmerited favor. God gave him a plan where he and his family could be safe and saved. And what he did next is what I want to highlight. Noah did not take that grace for granted, but instead moved by faith in complete obedience to God, stood up for him, and as a result, his family reaped the blessing of that obedience. Noah trusted the plan. Noah found grace, and we, as in you and I, also have full access to God's grace. In 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, the Bible tells us, and he said unto me, quoting the words of Jesus, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. And it goes on to say, moreover, gladly therefore will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. That unmerited favor is sufficient for us, but it does not stop there. God gives us a plan. It is sufficient enough to carry our weaknesses, or to cause our weaknesses to be made perfect in his strength. So what will you do with that favor? With Noah's testimony in mind, as God gives us grace, let us do our active work in faith to allow his strength to make our weaknesses perfect. Let us be mindful to respond appropriately to God's grace. Let us trust the promise.